She down there cooking some damn spam.
No, it's just mysterious.
I like barbecue sauce.
Hey everyone, it's Mike at Fragrance here, back at it again with a banger video as always. In today's video, we have 5 beginner fragrances. Now, you can look at this as either 5 beginner fragrances if you are a beginner, so it's going to be good for people just getting into fragrances. Or you can look at it a different way, 5 just like nice, easy, dumb reach fragrances that are pretty mass appealing. Now, my rules for this, I didn't want to go any Middle Eastern fragrances because not a whole lot of people will know about dupes and they won't know what they're looking at with these Middle Eastern fragrances. Yes, there are some banger Middle Eastern fragrances I think would be great for beginners, but the average beginner doesn't really know how to look for, a dupe of a specific thing. And it can kind of just be a challenging process. And then there's a lot more fake Middle Eastern fragrances out there now. And I didn't want to do anything niche because to a lot of beginners, niche fragrances really won't smell good because they are more of an artistic approach on fragrances. But there still are some pretty mass appealing niche fragrances, but niche fragrances do tend to be a little more expensive than designer fragrances. So we just have 5 designer fragrances, and this is really where I recommend you start out your fragrance game with the designer realm. We're gonna go cheapest to most expensive. Do not quote me on the prices. This is just what I believe that they go. I do know like the first 3, but the last 2 are a toss-up on price. So the cheapest one that I will recommend, Tommy Hilfiger's Vibrant Summer. Now, I think that the original Tommy Hilfiger would be a pretty good fragrance, but I've never actually tried it. Vibrant Summer is this good sunscreeny coconut fragrance. Now, it's interesting. You look at the note breakdown, there's no coconut listed, and the notes don't really make it seem like it would smell like sunscreen. But to me, this is straight up just a sunscreen fragrance with a slight coconut vibe. It is not a synthetic coconut. It's actually a pretty high quality smelling fragrance for the price point. What is the price, you may be asking? For the 3.4 ounce, $25. So this one is very, very good, and I highly recommend Tommy Hilfiger's Vibrant Summer for a good year-round / warm weather fragrance. Next one, we're gonna go up about $10 more. Mont Blanc Legend Eau de Parfum. I wanna start by saying pretty much all of the Mont Blanc Legends are great for beginners, so you don't even have to go specifically with this one, just any Mont Blanc Legend. They're at least under like $50. Majority of them are under like $40, but I just dropped it, but I caught it. Mont Blanc Legend Eau de Parfum is a clone of Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. Smelling it, it's woodsy, fruity, citrusy, a little hint of vanilla, maybe a little rose note in there. And then there is this nice violet leaf note. So it's just a good woodsy, peppery fragrance you can wear year round. This one I get great longevity and projection with. Some people complain about the batch that they get with the Eau de Parfum, and some people don't. So it's kind of a toss-up. You'll either get a really good batch or you won't get a good batch. Luckily, I got a good batch. I get at least around like 8 to 10 hours of longevity. Pretty strong for how cheap this is. It's a lot stronger than the EDT, and in my opinion, I think it just smells a little bit better. Going up about $5 more. Versace Dylan Blue. I think that this is really where it's at for a beginner, because the chances are, you're in high school probably when you're getting your first fragrance, unless obviously you're an adult just getting into it. Chances are, you're probably in high school, you want to smell good. Versace's Dylan Blue is a clean, fresh out of the shower scent. You can look at the note breakdown. There's bergamot, there's grapefruit, there's ambroxan, there's saffron, there's some water notes. This is your typical blue body wash scent made synthetic, not in a bad way. When people say fragrance smells synthetic, a lot of people associate it with smelling cheap or smelling bad. Not all the time. Now, there are some synthetic fragrances that smell cheap. Versace Dylan Blue to me is not one of them. Beautiful fragrance. You have some spices in there, and this one is going to be good because it's great in the warm weather, and it has enough, I suppose you'd say, oomph in this fragrance that you can wear it in the cooler weather. I have no clue why I said oomph. I could have just said power within the fragrance. Anyways, the last 2 are a toss-up on price. I believe that this one is a little bit cheaper. Number 4 is going to be Dior Savage EDT. Now, I want to say this is a very popular fragrance, and a lot of beginners will enjoy this. Just know you're not necessarily going to stand out with this fragrance, but regardless, if you wear a cologne, especially if you're wearing it to school, you're going to stand out because not everyone does wear cologne or perfume. Savage EDT is a nice bergamot peppery fragrance. That's primarily what I get out of all the notes that are listed, and some ambroxan. So this is a good fragrance. You'll stand out because for an EDT, it is pretty strong. It's my second strongest EDT behind Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramall. Savage EDT, good fragrance. Yes, it's popular, but it is definitely popular for a reason. This one is very good, but I wouldn't recommend it as much simply because you will not really stand out. And the last one, the most expensive on this list, any Acqua di Gio will do, and I personally have two in my collection. I have Profondo, which I went against putting on this list because it does have a mineral heavy opening, but Acqua di Gio Parfum is going to be pretty good for, newbies within the fragrance game. You smell it, it's pretty close to the original Acqua di Gio, citrusy, slightly floral, aquatic. This one, the floral notes are just turned up a little bit more, and I believe that the aquatics are turned up a little bit more. It's just this aquatic, floral, citrusy, fresh, summery vibe fragrance. All of these fragrances that I had shown are very, very good. But if you want my personal recommendation, I think Dylan Blue is going to be great just simply because it works for whatever situations you need. Dress this one up, dress this down. It would work great at a dinner, anything like that. This fragrance will be good for. But again, any of the fragrances that I had recommended will be absolutely amazing for beginners, or if you just want some good, safe blind buys. Let me know what you think about my list in the comments below. I understand, yes, it's a little bit more basic, but I wanted to make it like that so it's easier for beginners to, actually get a sense for some of these fragrances. I think this is a pretty good list, but make sure to let me know in the comments below. Please also make sure to drop a sub and a like if y'all have not already. It greatly supports the channel. Thank you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, everyone.